Hello fellow YouTubers, it is Godzilla294 here coming at you with another figure review. This time it'll be on Ultraman G's Fusion Kaiju Thunder Killer. As of this recording, Thunder Killer has only appeared in one episode of Ultraman G. Thunder Killer is made up of Ace Killer and Ala King. Thunder Killer first appeared at the end of episode 5 of Ultraman G and later continued with this being the star monster in episode 6 of the Ultraman G series. Thunder Killer was formed by Kei Fukuduke, I hope I'm saying that right. He used his riser to turn, like I said before, Ala King and Ace Killer to form Thunder Killer, so he could take down Ultraman G. And here is Thunder Killer with the Max Ala King. That is the only version of Ala King that I own, and I do not own Ace Killer. You can see the similarities that they both possess. They pretty much each have the same pattern, except for the Thunder King's patterns is highlighted with a light bright red, and the body base is Ala King's with Ace Killer's armor all over it. And now we go to size comparison, first starting off with the Panzen, the first Fusion Kaiju to appear in Ultraman Orb, which later started on this trend of Fusion Kaiju in the Ultraman G series. Here is Thunder Killer next to Skull Gamora. Skull Gamora was the first Fusion Kaiju, well, the first Kaiju ever to appear in Ultraman G. There have been promotional images of Thunder Killer with Skull Gamora, so I don't know if they're going to be like in a team-up fight in a later episode of Ultraman G, or it's just for promotional reasons. In my opinion, they're honestly really unique Fusion Kaiju. Like, I honestly would have never have thought that they would each have their own individuality, even though they each come from two different characters, and when combined, they look really badass. I forgot to mention earlier, but Thunder Killer is also part of the DX series of Ultraman Kaiju, so he's pretty much in the 7.5-8 inch scale, but more on the 7 inch though. And here's some images with the NECA Atomic Blast Godzilla and with the Maga Orochi for size comparison. Maga Orochi is a way bigger figure, but then on the other hand, he was a way bigger kaiju when he appeared in Ultraman Orb. Now let us get onto articulation. Now for articulation, Thunder Killer possesses a 360 arm rotation on both arms, but it's a little bit like weird because the chest piece comes out, which kind of like messes up the rotation, like for a smooth rotation. His legs also rotate 360, but the arms are in the way, but I mean, you can just do it, no big deal. And his head is on like a swivel, wouldn't recommend rotating it 360, but whatever. And if you break the glue steel, it just swivels. So pretty much, yeah, it's like kind of useless in my opinion. And now for detail, this figure is really like, it's just really impressive when it comes to detail. The only thing it lacks was the paint. So what I did, I got a black and red ballpoint Sharpie oil paint base, and I just colored it in with the Sharpies, and it came out good. But just look at all the way to detail. Like, if I wouldn't have painted those stripes in, he would just be like, ugh. He would, like, not like ugh, but he'd just be like so bland. I also gave him a black wash on the armor to make it look like he's like came out of ground like he did in the show, and to make him look like he's been through some stuff with paint. As I said before, I used ultra fine tip Sharpies, and I mean, they're good, but you should have an experienced hand so like they don't smear everywhere. And here's a picture of his claw. Like I said, I did black wash. I custom painted him because like the figure, like it's hard to explain. Like, the mold looks exactly like Thunder Killer, but it's just the paint that made the figure look so bland. So if I were you guys and you want to like try out something, I would try painting this one, because he's really, honestly, he's a kaiju that needs some paint and love. So yeah, here's some close-ups on his face. I really love how they have Ala King's like mouth as the visor, and Thunder Killer's head is incorporated into that with the armor all over the face and the arms, the hands. It's really nice. Now the question is, would you want to get this figure, or would you not want to get this figure? I would say go for it, because it's a Fusion Kaiju and it's a DX figure, so it's pretty much a big figure, and it's two kaijus in one, so I mean, that's pretty legitness. But if you're like, the paint is a turnoff for you, because it's pretty much, when you get it, it's just like pure white with gold. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit of turnoff, but if you know how to paint or want to try to paint it, then I said go for it. I got mine on Hobby Link Japan, and HOJ usually offers discounts, so I got mine for cheap. But then if you want to look on eBay or Amazon, I tried finding it for the cheapest possible, because it's a really good figure, but like I said, it lacks some paint. Well, anyways, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. More videos to come soon. Thanks.